At long last, God kept his promise to Abraham and Sarah, even though they were both very old. Abraham was 100 years old when Sarah gave birth to a baby boy, just as God had said she would. They named him Isaac, which means laughter, because Sarah said, "God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me." Abraham was overjoyed and circumcised Isaac when he was 8 days old, just as God had commanded. Isaac was the child God had promised them many years earlier, and his birth was a miracle. Some years later, when Isaac was a little older, Abraham threw a big feast to celebrate. But during the feast, Sarah saw Ishmael, the son of Hagar, Sarah's servant, mocking little Isaac. Sarah became upset and said to Abraham, "Get rid of that slave woman and her son. Ishmael will not share the inheritance with my son Isaac." Abraham was troubled because he loved Ishmael too. But God told Abraham, "Do not be distressed, do what Sarah says. Isaac is the child through whom your family will be counted, but I will also make a nation out of Ishmael, because he is your son too." So early the next morning, Abraham gave Hagar some food and water and sent her and Ishmael away. They wandered in the desert, and soon the water ran out. Hagar sat her son under a bush and began to cry, not wanting to watch him die. But God heard the boy crying, and an angel called out to Hagar, "Do not be afraid. God has heard the boy. Lift him up. I will make him into a great nation." Then God opened Hagar's eyes, and she saw a well of water. She gave Ishmael a drink, and they survived. Ishmael grew up in the wilderness and became an archer. He later lived in the desert of Paran, and his mother found him a wife from Egypt. Later, King Abimelek, who had taken Sarah in Genesis 20, came to Abraham with his army commander. He said, "God is with you in everything you do. Let's make a peaceful agreement." Abraham agreed and gave Abimelek sheep and cattle as a sign of their treaty. He also complained about a well that Abimelek's servants had taken. They resolved the issue, and Abraham named the place Beersheba, meaning well of the oath. Abraham planted a tree there and called on the name of the Lord, the eternal God. And he stayed in the land of the Philistines for a long time. God keeps his promises, even if it takes time.